A lot of y'all have been on Section 8 since the 70s. It's about time you get off of it and let somebody else have some help.
We got too many people that's taking advantage of the system. Too many people sitting around doing absolutely nothing. And guess what? We tired of it.
So if you didn't know, there's been people out there taking advantage of the Section 8 program for the last 10, 20 years now. Some of those people even passing it down to their kids. And now it looks like the government is starting to catch on because they're going to be giving people a 2-year time limit to be able to stay on Section 8 to get their stuff together. So no more passing it down generation after generation like inheritance. Now a lot of people that this is happening to aren't happy about it. So in this video, let's talk about it.
So I'm just curious about this food stamp thing. People have been getting $4,200 to $4,300 a month for their kids to eat. I raised 4 kids. I never needed that much grocery money. $4,200 would have paid my rent or my mortgage, my house payment, my electric bill, my water bill, all my household monthly bills. And these people getting all these food stamps probably live in Section 8 housing and they're paying $5 to $100 a month for rent. How is this possible? Just seems like big neglect by the government for even giving this much out in food stamps. I just don't understand. What do y'all think? This is so messed up. And now, no wonder these people can drive Mercedes, have nails, have hair, and brand new iPhones all the time.
To see all these people come out and say that they're getting over $1,000, $2,000, even $3,000 in food stamps and complaining that that's not enough is crazy. When you got people out there working 2 jobs, barely even bringing in $2,000 a month, and they're surviving off of that. So there should be no way you're getting over $2,000 a month in food stamps, and that's considered not enough because there's people out there who would gladly take that and stretch that for 3-4 months.
Now let's discuss this Section 8 situation. A lot of y'all have been on Section 8 since the 70s. It's about time you get off of it and let somebody else have some help. Do you understand? The Section 8 waiting list has been so long as it is because you have people from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s that abused it and never got off of it. They got on, said Section 8 should have always been 2 or 3 years unless you're disabled. We understand that. But if you are able to get up and work, you should have to. I have to work. Everybody in my family have to work. Everybody I know has to work. I don't know anybody on Section 8. That's the whole bottom line. Y'all say immigrants and people not from this country or whatever else, we take up Section. We don't take up Section 8. Y'all do. I know a lot of y'all, you might get upset, and that's okay. I don't care because maybe you one that's been abused in the system. But when a mother faces hard times in this country, she should be able to go apply for assistance, get it immediately, use it for however long she needed, 6 months to 2 years, and then put her kids in a better position. She can't do that because she got to wait 4 or 5 years to get on Section 8 because y'all been on it since the 70s. That law I don't disagree with. Make them get up, make them get a job because we had to pay for it. You mean to tell me I worked with mothers that needed Section 8 and couldn't get it until they were 4 and 5 years on a wait list? Oh, please. And this is what we paid for? Make them get up and work.
Tell me why. Today's the day of my inspection. And I hear my neighbor talking about something. Don't worry about my house when the girl next door be making mad noise and shit. First of all, my music just be loud. There ain't nothing wrong with playing fucking music. This is my crib. I pay my bills. You don't. And then I hate the people who like to clown about having motherfucking Section 8 because you ain't getting me out this bitch. Yeah, I got that shit. You ain't getting me out. And I'm gonna say it loud and proud because all y'all on that motherfucking waiting list. Talking about some, oh, you got Section 8, you got Section 8. Well, bitch, I don't give a fuck because all y'all on that waiting list waiting for Section 8. Like, hello. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say that because, like, don't piss me off.
It's one thing to have your music blasting loud, but it's another thing to not be considerate of the people surrounding you, your neighbors. It doesn't matter if it's your house and you're paying rent. If it was the other way around and your neighbors was blasting music while you was doing something, you would be upset too. So you really got to think about that situation from another point of view.
So I'm hearing that they're supposed to be doing away with Section 8. I don't know how true that is, but if it is true, it's about time. We got too many people that's taking advantage of the system. Too many people sitting around doing absolutely nothing. And guess what? We tired of it. Us working people are paying for you to sit around and do nothing. So while we out working 2 and 3 jobs, busting our chops and missing time away from our family, y'all at home chilling. Y'all up on the new Jordans, all the new clothes, all the new gadgets and gadgets, all the jewelry, all the bling, and all our hard-working money is going to food in the house and bills. We can't even spend that money on ourselves. More time at work than it is at home. It's not fair. It's time to get up, y'all. If you ain't disabled, if you have 2 working hands and 2 working feet, you gonna get up and you gonna get to work. It's the harsh reality.
At this point, that's just what this is going to come down to. If you're an able-bodied adult that can get up and go to work, that's what you got to do. This doesn't include the elderly and people with disabilities, because this is a whole different story. This is for the people that's able-bodied adults who just been sitting around not wanting to work but can work. So many people have been taking advantage of the assistance to the point where the people that actually need it can't even get it. And at this point, it's time for a change.
I am seeing so many videos about people complaining about losing their Section 8. I'm seeing so many videos. They are blaming Trump because they're going to lose their Section 8 in 2 years. Blame your daddy Biden. Because if Biden hadn't been letting those illegal immigrants over here, giving them all of the resources that were for American citizens, Trump would not have to have come back into the presidency to clean up the mess that he created by giving resources, money, and funds away to people that were not citizens. And sadly, this is affecting you all. And being an ex-recipient of Section 8, I gave that shit back. Because see, one thing I realized about Section 8 is that it will hinder you and it will keep you stagnant and not wanting to do anything with your life. And once I saw that and realized that I struggled more when I was on Section 8 than ever, the only time Section 8 ever helped me out is when I quit my motherfucking job to get my CDL. That's the only time Section 8 ever helped me out. Other than that, the whole time I was on Section 8, I don't know what kind of Section 8 I had, but I was paying the majority of the goddamn rent. And the housing authority wasn't paying shit. So I gave that shit back. So if you are an able-bodied person, find you something to do in the next 2 years. Okay? If you're not a senior citizen and retired and you don't have a disability, then you don't need to be on Section 8. 2 years is enough for you to get yourself on your feet and get it together. But I will say this, something has got to change, because when I was on Section 8, I couldn't save no goddamn money, because every 10 cent, 11 cent, 12 cent raise I got made the portion of rent I had to pay go up. And every time I had to pay rent in, they'll take something else away. And now I was understanding why people would be like, I can't work more than 20 hours this week. I can't work more than 30 hours. It keep you dependent on the system. And you end up not being shit. And once I realized that shit, I said, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. And this was 2007. And here we are in 2025. Baby, and I ain't looked back since. I have not looked back since. So I advise everybody that's on here talking about you're going to lose your Section 8 in 2 years. You got 2 years to get yourself together and see what you can do with your life to better your life, because you have been dependent on the system and it has been letting you just not be shit. And I'm sorry to say it like that, because I almost became like that. But because of the type of person I am, I was like, oh, hell no, because I can see where this is going. I can see where this is going. So, I was like, no. Yeah. So the only time Section 8 benefited me is when I quit my goddamn job and I got my CDL.
The sad reality about the entire situation is too many people got comfortable. So many people was dependent on a system where it kept them below their means to the point where they don't know anything else. They was limited to working a certain amount of hours. So having to get a full-time job doesn't sound right to them. As an able-bodied adult, you should be able to get up, go to work so you can support yourself and your family. Because when it's all said and done, there's no way that you need over 10 years to be able to get back on your feet. Them giving you 2 years should be more than enough time to get everything situated and get your life back together. And with this happening, this should help all the people that's been waiting to get on the program now, because all the ones that's been waiting will gladly take 2 years to be able to get back on their feet. Now with that being said, I'm gonna end the video right here, but I do want to know what you guys think about this. How do you feel about finding out that there's been people taking advantage of the program for 10, 20 years now? Some of those people even passing it down to their kids. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know down in the comment section. But as for the video, this was the end. So if you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on it. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button too so you can stay tuned for the next upload. Until then, I'll see you on the next one.